So for this video, I'm supposed to be recording myself interviewing my client, but me and my client had a time set up to do this, and she had to do something, I don't know, so she's unavailable. So I'm just going to record my part of the counseling session, and yeah, that's really all I can do. Good evening, Miss Wynn. My name is Corbin Collins. How are you doing today? That's good. That's good. Well, today we're going to be talking about stress. I see here in your questionnaire that you feel that you're dealing with a lot of stress here. Now I know it's the end of the semester and finals are coming up, and I know that has to do with a lot of it. So today we're just going to talk about things that you can do to minimize your stress and techniques you can use when you trigger stress and how you can just do other things that can help you minimize the type of stress that you have. Sounds good? Okay. First off, we want to start off today by just getting to know you a little bit. Get to know why you're stressed, what stresses you, what causes you to stress. So if you could just name a few things that you know that trigger you to really stress. Like when you do certain things in school, or if you have certain assignments that you need to get done, or if you have a lot of assignments that need to get done. For example, if you have a few tests in the same week, maybe that can cause you to stress a lot. Or if you have a few chapters in a book that's really boring that you have to read, maybe that can cause you stress a lot. So anything like that, if that causes you, if anything that comes to your mind that causes you stress that you know of, just tell me about it. Well, that's good stuff, good stuff. Yeah. With everything that you just named, I can see why you can be stressed. And I know personally, when I have a lot of work, as you mentioned, on top of playing a basketball game or having games coming up, a long road trip, something like that. I know it's not like you where you have to work and go to school, but basketball can be, everyone has their own opinion. It can be a job, collegiate sports is all crazy. But yeah, I just know where you're coming from because I understand the type of stress that can build on top of each other with having to maintain a lot of responsibilities because I know, like I said, for myself, with basketball and school, those two, the workload can really pile up and I can get stressed, so I know where you're coming from. But now that I know and you share with me what causes you to stress and what normally causes you to stress, now we have to work on not letting stress get to that level. You know what I'm saying? As far as recognizing the things that trigger you to stress that much and trying to minimize it as much as possible. So when you have to work a 40-hour week and you have two assignments, two long papers, anything that's due in that same week, where you know ahead of time that, okay, I have this buku amount of work that I have to get done. So now the things that I'm going to give you, you can use so your stress levels won't get that high. You follow me? So, in order to really get a hold of your stress and your stress levels, we have to really identify and be able to know the exact things that cause you to stress. I know you gave me a broad overview of certain things that are causing you to stress, like, excuse me, like you said, a lot of schoolwork in the same week that you have to work a lot of hours, things like that. But now we're going to get to the specifics, get down to itty gritty, the smallest things that cause you to stress. We're going to figure those things out. And the way we're going to do that is I have a task for you to do for this whole week until I meet with you again. I want you to write down everything that you do from when you wake up in the morning to brushing your teeth to using the bathroom, to cooking breakfast, to driving your car, to sitting in class, to working 3 hours before you get a break, to fussing with your manager, to sitting in a meeting with the academic advisor. Anything that you do in that day, I want you to write it down. And once you get done with that task, I want you to go back and beside it and write down if you felt yourself stressing while dealing with that task. For example, I'm gonna use one that you probably are gonna come across because school is stressing you right now. So say you have an assignment, an in-class assignment today. So you write down in-class assignment, and while you're doing that assignment, you're like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. I don't have my book with me. She's not letting us use our computer. She's not. I don't know. I don't remember. I'm tired. Oh my gosh, I can't do this. My head is hurting. If that happens while you're doing that assignment, you have to think back like, man, while I was doing that assignment, I was really stressed. So then beside the task of doing that assignment, you gotta write down, I was really stressed. Are you following me? So that way we can keep track of everything that you're doing and every little thing that causes you to stress. It even can be you sitting at a stoplight and you're running late to class and you're stressed. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm be late to class. I've been late to class 3 days in a row. I can't be late today. This light needs to hurry up and turn green. If that's something that's causing you to stress while you sit in that light, then you have to write it down. So every task in the day, write it down. You may not stress. You may, go get some ice cream with your friends, and that can be the best part of your day. You didn't stress at all while doing that. Then that's fine. Then you just need to write down that that's the task that you did, but there wasn't any stress involved. You know what I'm saying? So that way we can really keep track of every little thing that you do, and we get to know every single trigger that caused you to stress, so we can eventually get control of your stress and your stress levels. Any questions about that?